So hey guys, let me today show you how to use the Flux one, which is definitely a Stable Diffusion killer. It replaces it. It's called Flux one. Let me show you Flux one schnell. That's like fast in German. Also, there's the base model, which is like Flux one dev, but it can't be used commercially. And I guess a lot of people also think about using it commercially. So I would rather show you the schnell version, which lacks in quality. You can also use the normal dev version, which is a bit of better quality. But let me show you, it's quite the same concept, right? It's the same principle, so it's one to one. But just to show you the difference, also because it's like fast, right? Let me show you something. How to use it and what it is, right? And how crazy good it is. So let me start with a base prompt that has something like this, right? But let's get into something custom. We want a tiny spaghetti monster on the moon, laying down, eating eggs, right? Something ramen. So let's see how fast it is. It should be pretty fast. Let's see. Let's give it a couple of seconds. Like it estimates like 20. Usually it's even faster than that. So yeah, let's just wait. We also have some advanced options if you want to play around with the weight or with the height, right? So you can scale it up. You can add the interference steps for the quality. You can play around with the seeds to have more, same looking images, etc., etc. So yeah, there will be a lot of things coming from this since it's kind of open source. And here you see how well it kind of follows the prompting, right? A tiny spaghetti monster on the moon, laying down, it's laying down, eating eggs, it's cooking and like trying to prepare to eat it, right? So it's really, really good in what it does. It also follows pretty good one of the advancements and, big killers also, we can do like a tiger in the woods saying the text, hello, I am Tiggy, in a speech bubble, for example, right? Which is like, for example, in my opinion, a crazy difference because even DALL-E can't really, from OpenAI, can't really follow that of a quality, right? So yeah, especially the text part is really useful for a lot of marketers and people trying to display text and storytelling is, I guess, way better with that. Had Tiggy. Surely some of the longer stuff doesn't yet work properly, or you need to rerun it some of the times. But it definitely works way better with the text following than of the all of the other stuff, right? Let's do something. Hello, Tiggy, for example. Let's just play around with it a bit, right? Sometimes, obviously, as you know, with the models, you need to play around a bit. It's not perfect. Hello, I Tiggy, right? Is that what we wanted? Hello, I am Tiggy, for example, like it's proper, right? So you just need to play around a bit. It's not perfect, and you need to not quite, but nearly, right. So you need to play around and need some safeguards. So one disadvantage, if you're using it in Hugging Face, you have some quotas, you have some limits. There is ways to avoid that. There is other ways to, avoid, usually, with going a different user agent, with going with a server, a different device, whatever, right? Or you just clone it, have a premium paid spaces for Hugging Face, etc., etc. Or you just, download the weights and set up the model yourself. They also have a GitHub and all the files that you need to use for it. So you can set it up yourself. Hugging Face, in my opinion, is like the most convenient option if you just want to try it out, if you want to test it. But obviously, you can test it yourself. You can download it. You can play around. It's open source. I guess it even has the Apache license or something like that. It can be used commercially to some degree. Please check it out yourself. Please check out the license yourself. I hope it did help you, give you a great insight, or at least a base insight into it yet, right? Like first, those are the creators, just giving an insight. They also have a paid model and are working on a text to video model, as far as I know, right? With the base model being, being the base model. Um, also some human images, some examples that you can see. Those are the dev examples. Those are not using the schnell, the fast one, right? Those are more quality. Here's another example of like long text, right? Schnell, fast might be not also always on hit with the text, but definitely use out the dev version also, which is, way faster, not way faster, but better in quality. And yeah, highly recommend that. Check out. And also, by the way, those details, that's pretty nice without any upscaling. That's just pure generation. Um, Also, that I guess it's some pretty good prompt following. So play around with it. I can highly recommend it. And in my opinion, it's definitely the Stable Diffusion 3.0 that we were all expecting, right? Because it's from the Black Forest Labs, which is a German company. Those guys are from the former Stable Diffusion company. So yeah, enjoy, test it out, have fun with it, and don't abuse it too much because it is uncensored, right? So you can even do stuff which I, for personal reasons, just for educational reasons, show you, right? I show you a Spider-Man in jungle. So you can also do that. I wouldn't. Oh yeah, we still are in the quota. Huh, I forgot, right? But you can still do stuff like this, right? It's uncensored. So I obviously wouldn't recommend using any properly unlicensed stuff. You need a license to do something like that, or at least commercially publish something like that. You can generate something like that. I don't recommend using unlicensed works, right? So yeah, be careful with what you publish online. But besides that, it's possible. You can do a lot of stuff with this. It also allows NSFW to some degree, and yeah, have fun.